girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, got them rotting it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it? Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Hush, you emergency mix. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kick.
Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it? Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light ears to catch my buzz. Need Sprite ears to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it? Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, this is...
Justin Tucker Packers set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 66. Yards, and the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And now look at him go.
You'll get nothing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Tyler Ervin on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Ravens have got it.
Rodgers on the keeper.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson. Not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself for the yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no.
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 44 yards. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Derek Wolfe there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Touchdown, Packers. Equanimeous St. Brown, 33 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the second and third level, those linebackers.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
I think they're going to have to make some decisions here. That's a second fumble here in the first quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him? Or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. From the gun, Jackson steps away. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Offense.
They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Rodgers pass. Intercepted.
They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
He's across.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Aaron Rodgers sacked. A loss of 12 yards. It's 3rd.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Packers 13.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And nothing but daylight ahead. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
By the offense.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point. And how about this decision? Tie game, 1st half, but here's an onside kick. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This is Ingram on 1st and 10.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get the...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Calais Campbell able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this where both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try again with Jones. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Allen Lazard there to make the grab. And the Packers have moved out in front.
For the extra point.
These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The ball switches back over to Mark Ingram and the Ravens.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green
And you can
Bay.
bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver will get at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does...
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop it well short of the marker.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
1st and 10.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And Andrews lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take it.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Room here to run.
Rodgers on the keeper.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do
that is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews, and the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers now on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Malik Harrison. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
27. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And he's got room. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.
Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 47 yards, and the Ravens draw a bit closer.
Justin Tucker.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On first down, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
And he'll let this go deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Allen Lazard with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have moved out in front. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The kickoff for Green Bay.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And nearly picked off.
Jackson.
Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
By Jair Alexander.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Now he'll pull it down. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the deep.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Jackson on the keeper. Fumbled on the play.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line.
Again, it's Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
He's on the carry.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Being chased out left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
For the extra point.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Ravens ready to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Third quarter with the score, Packers 61, Ravens 41.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually out in the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Jackson's pass.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
The tackle made back at the...
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the depth. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes.
And he loses the football the second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
A fumble on the play. Out of bounds, the offense retains possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Today's final score, Packers 68.
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way, Lil. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Chacha macha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, this is the National Football League.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from Arrowhead. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Jared. Wilson.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He's going to let it go again. They got his man complete. It's a foot race. Past the 20, 10,
oh my,
and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nick Keiser, 84 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Harrison Butker on.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Minshew on the keeper.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Here's Minshew out to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Patrick Mahomes sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanking the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Miles Jack charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
To kick off for Kansas City.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
28-yard gain.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Jaguars.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Minshew, brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Looking to throw it. Minshew being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
On the play.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. Go time, baby. He will score. Fire room. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, and now it's 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work by Minshew there to pick up the first.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Minshew sets to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Minshew's
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
gain of 20.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
First down.
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
But it's now 3rd down.
A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
This one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
30. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jared Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But now
Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
2 yards on the play.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And a loose football. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Jaguars. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, Minshew. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk.
He's got a man complete. The 30. 20.
Have some of this.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Not too many breaks ahead. And according to the radar, more snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic 1st down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Get set.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw it in.
Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 59 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Harrison Butker.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jaguars back with it on offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50.
It's caught inside the 25.
That's all you got.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, 77 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, yes, that's his third touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. KC's offense ready to take over. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Rolling to his left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Travis Kelce.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, and not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He'll let this one, and that's caught inside the 35.
How you like
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 81 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The open man is Chark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Minshew and Chark on the hook up their first down, Jacksonville. Off play action, it's Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's third.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
DJ Chark. Touchdown.
DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, 83 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
For the point after.
And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1951 a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
For Jacksonville.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. picked by Jared Wilson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Minshew on the keeper.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it's... starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. His favorite. Target Travis Kelce, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he'll go back to Kelce. This time it's caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. His record-setting ball game just continues. I mean, we're getting into silly territory here. He is closing in on 400 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelce that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joe Schobert, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, This thing's pretty well done. But they still thought...
And that's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It's a gain.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Well, we are a week away from Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, but the very best players in the NFL have made the trip out to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage, the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. And he'll be taken down inside the 15, and to make matters worse, a flag is down as well. Set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs, 93 yards. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the AFC has taken the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. Saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Play action. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cook. He's got it off the draw. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Mahomes now on 1st down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're running into a defensive player in another zone.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And down inside the 15 he goes. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A 1st down carry for Henry. They'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, AFC. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Tucker now to add the point after.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Tucker set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. On first down, Rodgers. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Every now and then, you hope some volleyball training actually comes into play as a defender. When a ball's tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it, but when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let him have that opportunity.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And it's incomplete.
Rodgers' pass intended for T.J. Hockenson. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
For an
11 yards on the pickup, and they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes.
No partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of the guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic